Do your legs feel weaker even though you eat well, stay active, and follow every bit of health advice? Do stairs seem steeper, or does getting out of a chair take more effort than before? Many assume it's simply age, but something else might quietly be working against you. The problem isn't always what you're neglecting. Sometimes it's what you're doing with full confidence, unaware of the hidden risk. For decades, we've been told that fruit is always healthy, yet for many older adults, that belief can backfire. With good intentions, countless seniors eat fruits that, while once beneficial, can now slowly weaken their legs, inflame joints, and drain stability. As the body ages, metabolism slows, circulation weakens, and the way we process sugar and acid changes. Some fruits that once nourished you can now contribute to stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. Beneath their sweet taste, many favorites contain natural sugars and acids that spike blood sugar, trigger inflammation, and leave your legs feeling heavy or sore. This harm doesn't show up overnight. It creeps in quietly, an ache in the calves, stiffness after sitting, or tiredness after a short walk. Over time, these subtle signs erode confidence in every step. That's why it's vital to know which fruits to limit after 60. They're not bad, but for aging joints and slower circulation, they're no longer harmless. Today, I'll reveal 7 common fruits that seniors should limit to protect against chronic pain, swelling, and loss of mobility. Once you understand how they affect your body, you'll never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. Before we begin, hit subscribe and turn on notifications for Senior Health Guard, where we reveal health truths others overlook. Type 1 if this message resonates, or 0 if you're still curious, and stay to the end for the full list in simple, healthier swaps that keep your legs strong and steady. Fruit number 1, pineapple. Let's start with something many of us enjoy. Pineapple. It is sweet, refreshing, and known for bromelain, often praised for easing inflammation. After 60, though, our bodies handle sugars and acidity differently, so how we eat pineapple matters as much as how much we eat. A large bowl on an empty stomach can push blood sugar up fast and let it tumble just as quickly. For some older adults, that roller coaster shows up as heavy calves, tight knees when standing, puffy ankles by evening, and a nagging sense that stairs feel taller than they used to. Good news, this is about finesse, not fear. Pineapple can fit. Portion, timing, and pairing are the levers. Have half a cup after a meal, not a tall juice before breakfast. Pair with Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a handful of walnuts to blunt spikes. Rotate berries, papaya, avocado, or pear. If you use blood thinners or antiplatelets, ask your clinician. Bromelain can interact. Not everyone is acid sensitive. Notice how you feel for 24 to 48 hours and adjust. A quick real-world note. Evelyn, 71, from Seattle, loved a bowl of pineapple before her morning walk. By afternoon, her legs felt like concrete and her ankles swelled. She kept pineapple but shifted to a half cup after lunch, paired it with yogurt and a few walnuts, and swapped in berries several times a week. In 3 weeks, her steps felt lighter, stiffness eased, and energy became steadier. No extreme rules, just smarter timing and better pairing. Want a short explainer on why pairing and timing help? Search for Glycemic Index, Harvard Health. It is a brief, friendly overview that connects the dots and guides safer, steadier portions for older adults. Stay to the end of this series for a printable 3-step template you can use right away today. Now share below, how does pineapple affect your legs, your knees, or your energy? What medications or budget limits should I consider next? Subscribe to Senior Health Guard and turn on notifications so you do not miss the follow-up, and share this with a friend. Fruit number 2, banana. We need to talk about bananas. Soft, sweet, and a trusted source of potassium, they are the default healthy snack for millions of us over 60. But that simple, innocent choice might be the hidden reason for your daily leg struggles. Here is the critical shift. It is not the banana, but how your aging body processes its rapid-fire sugar. For many, a full banana on an empty stomach triggers a blood sugar assault, and the fallout is physical. Concrete calves after lunch. grinding knee pain when you stand up, or puffy, tight ankles by evening. But there is a simple, powerful strategy to reclaim control: pairing and timing. Eating just half a banana after a protein-rich meal, think Greek yogurt or a fistful of walnuts, is the secret to neutralizing the sugar spike. This is not just theory, this is Arthur's reality. Arthur, 76, a retired teacher from Dublin, lived by his pre-walk banana ritual. Yet every single afternoon, his legs felt like they were sinking into concrete. The fix was not about deprivation, it was about strategy. He switched his routine. Now it is 1.2 a banana after lunch, fortified with yogurt and walnuts, while rotating in berries on other days. The result after just 2 weeks? Lighter steps and the end of that dreadful end-of-day stiffness. This is proof you can command your body's response, honoring potassium's role in blood pressure without letting sugar run the show. Now, a critical warning: potassium is not a one-size-fits-all mineral. If you are managing kidney disease or taking specific medications that alter potassium levels, like certain blood pressure pills, more is not better. Your doctor must set your potassium limit. This is non-negotiable. For a clear, senior-focused guide, look up potassium and your CKD on the National Kidney Foundation website. The bottom line is clear: bananas are not the enemy. Your strategy is the weapon. Portion control, intelligent pairing, and your personal health profile, these are the levers of power. I challenge you to run Arthur's 14-day experiment. Track these 3 signals relentlessly: leg heaviness, knee stiffness, and ankle swelling. And now I need your intelligence. In the comments below, tell me, do bananas betray your legs, or have you mastered them with protein? What specific medications or budget constraints should I tackle in our next deep dive? Your experience fuels this community. Subscribe to Senior Health Guard, because in the next episode, we expose a tiny, handful-friendly fruit that can detonate a blood sugar spike even faster than a banana. Fruit number 3, grapes. Grapes can be a real health paradox. They are celebrated for heart-friendly antioxidants, yet for many people over 60, they quietly stir up joint trouble. Here is the plain English why. Grapes are rich in fructose. In larger amounts, that fructose can overwhelm the liver's handling capacity and may raise uric acid. Higher uric acid can crystallize in susceptible joints and feel like walking on sharp grit. This mechanism is discussed in simple guides from Harvard Health and in research reported in the British Medical Journal, so it is not just a rumor, it is a pattern clinicians watch for. We are not putting grapes on a blacklist. We are giving you a plan. The issue is not the fruit itself, it is an unmeasured, grazing style of eating. Because grapes are bite-sized, it is easy to overdo them while reading, watching TV, or cooking. A practical defense is to measure and anchor them. Limit to 1/2 cup, have them after a meal rather than on an empty stomach, and pair with a small protein or fat buffer such as walnuts, almonds, or a slice of cheese to slow absorption. If you live with gout, chronic kidney disease, or take diuretics that affect uric acid, make this a must-discuss point with your doctor before you set your portion. A real-world snapshot. Helen, 73, in Melbourne, loved a big bowl of grapes with her evening book. Nighttime toe stabs and stiff, puffy ankles followed. She did not cut grapes out. She got precise. She measured 1/2 cup after dinner and added a few almonds. 3 weeks later, the toe zap settled and her mornings felt smoother. Small changes, big relief. Your turn. Do grapes flare your joints, or do you do fine when you limit the portion and eat them after a meal with a little protein? What conditions or medications should I factor into the next video so the advice fits you better? Share your story in the comments and subscribe to Senior Health Guard, because next we will look at a much-loved dinner vegetable many seniors lean on for bone health that may be quietly making joint pain worse. Fruit number 4, watermelon. Oh, folks my age, let's get straight to it. Watermelon, that juicy red treat we all love in the summer, might not be as innocent as it seems. I used to think it was just refreshing water with a bit of sweetness, but now I see the hidden risks, especially for our legs as we get older. Take its glycemic index for one. According to the article, the glycemic index, a physiological classification of dietary carbohydrates in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, watermelon's GI is around 72, which means it spikes blood sugar fast. Experts often point to its low glycemic load, and they're right if you stick to a small serving, say 100 grams. But who does that on a sweltering day? We dig into big slices, one after another, turning that low load into a sugar overload. The piece, Glycemic Load in Chronic Disease from Harvard Health Publishing, explains how this repeated spiking can wear down our bodies over time. I recall a friend from Germany who was a watermelon fanatic, munching on huge portions daily. His legs ached constantly and walking was a chore. After cutting back based on what he read in health studies, he told me his ankles stopped swelling, and he felt more spry. It's not just coincidence those sugar rushes trigger inflammation, hitting hard where circulation is weakest, like in our legs. Research in inflammation and glycemic control from the Journal of Diabetes Research links high blood sugar to vascular issues, leading to fatigue, swelling, and that heavy feeling after eating. So, if you've been enjoying watermelon regularly and notice your legs feeling weaker or more tired, it might be worth rethinking. What do you think? Have you experienced this? Share your stories in the comments and let's discuss. How has watermelon affected your mobility? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Fruit number 5, orange. It is the very symbol of a healthy start, the color of sunshine, bursting with the promise of vitamin C. You see it everywhere. Breakfast tables, immunity shots, the healthy choice juice. But what if this trusted source of health is launching a silent, acidic attack on your joints? We need to talk about oranges. You trust it for immunity. You believe in its power. But for anyone over 60, that belief might be dangerously misplaced. Because behind that bright citrus glow lurks an uncomfortable truth, a high concentration of acid. And while a young body can handle it, for joints already battling stiffness, arthritis, or inflammation, this daily dose of acid isn't neutral. It's an irritant, a quiet aggravator in a war you're already fighting. Consider this, that chronic ache in your hips, the stiffness in your legs after sitting for too long, the frustrating morning ritual of coaxing your knees into movement. You've been told it's just getting older. But what if it's not? What if the very healthy habit you start your day with, a glass of orange juice, is the very thing fueling the fire you're trying to put out? Here's how the attack happens. It's a two-front assault. First, the sugar. Especially in juice form, an orange delivers a concentrated blast of fructose that spikes your blood sugar. This surge triggers a system-wide inflammatory response, the perfect environment for pain to thrive. Then comes the second wave, the acid. For a body already inflamed, this high dose of citric acid doesn't just pass through. It can act like salt in an open wound, further irritating the sensitive, inflamed tissues in your joints. The result? Your knees, ankles, and hips don't just ache, they swell. Every step feels heavier, more painful than the last. The cruelest part of this trap? It's disguised as medicine. For decades, we've been told oranges are the key to health. You drink that juice, you eat that fruit, believing you are fighting for your body. But now you know the truth. For aging joints, this symbol of wellness might just be a beautiful, fragrant poison. So you have to ask yourself, is your daily glass of health actually a prescription for chronic pain? Fruit number 6, green apple. Let's move to the green, tidy, good-for-you fruit that many people trust, the green apple. It looks light, tastes tart, and doesn't seem sugary, so it feels like the safest snack in the bowl. Yet for some adults over 50, the way a green apple is eaten can quietly stir up hip soreness, tight knees, or those annoying night cramps. Two things do the nudging. First, malic acid gives that sharp, tangy bite. Younger stomachs shrug it off, but a more sensitive, older digestive lining can find it irritating, which may leave nearby joints feeling touchier than usual. Second, even a tart apple still carries natural sugars. On an empty stomach, that quick hit can nudge blood sugar up, Then let it drift down, and some people feel the aftermath in their legs. Heavy calves, stiff steps after sitting, or a restless lower body at bedtime. This doesn't mean green apples are bad. It means the context matters. Try this gentle adjustment. Have half a green apple after a meal, not alone, and pair it with a little protein or fiber. Greek yogurt, a few almonds, or a slice of cheese. Give it 7 to 10 days and watch 3 signals: morning stiffness, afternoon leg heaviness, nighttime cramping. If things feel easier, you've likely found your sweet spot. Now I'd love to hear from you. Do green apples bother your hips or knees when you eat them solo, but feel fine when you add yogurt or nuts? What time of day works best for you? Drop your experience and any questions below, include medications or conditions I should keep in mind, and I'll tailor the next segment to help you even more. Fruit number 7, mango. When your legs feel heavy, your knees stubborn, and your ankles puff by evening, the last suspect is that bowl of soft, sunny mango. It feels light, almost like a dessert that doesn't count. After 50, though, that sweetness can land hard. This fruit is loaded with fast-acting natural sugars. Eat a generous portion, especially on an empty stomach, and your blood sugar can surge, then sag. For many older adults, that roller coaster shows up in the body, not the lab. Calves that tire quickly, a dull ache climbing stairs, pins and needles in the toes, or swelling that creeps in by late day. Why does it hit harder now? Metabolism slows with age, and insulin responses get jumpier, so big, quick sugar loads are tougher to smooth out. When that spike and crash pattern repeats, tissues already under strain, knees, hips, ankles, even sensitive nerves can feel more irritated. Mango doesn't seem substantial. It tastes airy and fresh, which makes it easy to overeat. But your body doesn't judge by how light it tastes. It reacts to the sugar dose. Over time, that can mean wobblier balance, stiffer joints, and slower, more cautious walking. This isn't a scolding, and it isn't about fear. It's about keeping your strength. If you love mango, treat it like a rich treat. Smaller portions, not on an empty stomach, and better yet, alongside protein or fiber so your legs don't pay the price later. Listen to how your body answers back over the next couple of days. Less heaviness, fewer evening aches, calmer feet are your green lights. The good news, fruits that help instead of harm. Some fruits that once seemed healthy can strain aging joints, while others truly help your body move with ease. The good news is you don't need to give up fruit. Just choose the ones that support comfort and strength. Start with berries like blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. They're low in sugar, rich in antioxidants, and gentle on blood sugar. Many seniors notice less swelling and easier movement when berries appear regularly. Add a small handful of cherries to help control uric acid, easing gout flares and knee or toe pain. Include avocado, a fruit packed with healthy fats that cushion joints and steady energy, reducing the highs and crashes of blood sugar swings. For a soothing option, try papaya. Its natural enzymes calm the stomach and ease inflammation. And don't overlook pears. Their mild sweetness keeps energy stable, especially when paired with yogurt or a few nuts. The secret isn't eating more, it's eating smarter. Swap berries for protection, cherries for relief, avocado for balance, papaya for comfort, and pears for lasting strength. Small, consistent choices bring brighter mornings, smoother motion, and stronger steps. Keep it simple, stay steady, and let your body feel the difference. You've seen the pattern. Certain fruits quietly strain your joints and drain your energy, while others restore balance and strength. The best part is, you don't need to give up fruit. Just make smarter swaps that work with your body, not against it. Start simple. Berries like blueberries and raspberries keep inflammation low and circulation strong. Cherries in small handfuls help reduce uric acid and ease that burning knee pain. Avocado cushions your joints from the inside with healthy fats, while papaya soothes stiffness and aids digestion. And pears, their gentle sweetness fuels steady energy without the heavy legs. Before you go, hit subscribe and turn on notifications for Senior Health Guard so you never miss a guide that could change how you feel day to day. And here's your next step. In our upcoming video, we'll share the 7-day fruit swap plan, a simple, practical schedule with exact portions, protein pairings, and timing tricks to keep your blood sugar steady and your joints comfortable. Plus, you'll get a free printable shopping list to make it effortless. Stronger steps start with smarter choices, and the next video will show you how.